As I said in the beginning, conversation at the beginning of a new time. Do you think we are at the beginning of a new time?
Yeah, I do. And in many ways, that's a really good characterization. The start of something new. It's not that the old, quietly falls off a cliff. It sort of tails off and new things come along. You never really know what part of the things that are new are going to become important, take hold of popular conscience, or have a huge impact. I started, writing and thinking about the social web in 1999, and a lot of people thought I was crazy when I started talking about that as the dominant motif of all interesting software in the future. And it's turned out to be, largely true so far. And I think, though, it takes 10 years to make an overnight success. I mean, it seems so brandy new to people. You and I were at a conference today, the Web 2.0 Expo here in New York, and it's really, large. There's, I don't even know, thousands of people there. I have no idea. A huge number of people there. And I was sitting at lunch talking to a couple of people that I didn't know. And it was the first time they had been there, and they were being sent by their companies to learn about it, or they were personally interested, and everything was, sparkly new to them that was going on at Web 2.0. But I almost think that Web 2.0 and ideas that have been around a short period of time, a period of time, like 10 years in some cases, they've sort of run their course, and we need to reach beyond those ideas and those metaphors. I think Web 2.0 is an idea that's a good platform for a lot of things that are going to come afterwards, but it's a platform, not the thing in itself. It's a starting point, it's not the end point.
So would you say the new time is closely related to the web?
Yeah, I do. I think we're at a time, well, let me turn around. The web is the single most valuable human artifact that's ever been created. We have no idea how much it costs. We don't even know how much energy we're consuming on the web every day. I mean, the costs and benefits are so significant, large, distributed that they're incalculable. And not, in general, we never stop collectively to think what it costs. It's irrelevant. Every small decision that is made by an individual or a company or a government or a nonprofit organization to do something on the web, to put up another server, to create a website, to participate in some way, the justification of those activities is very small and tactical. Collectively, we're making billions of these decisions to invest more time and energy in the web, and it has become the principal medium of interaction, at least in the Western world, and to a large extent growing in the developing world as well. So as a result, because it's the primary place that things are taking place of an innovative sort, all the great majority of great new ideas are likely to emerge there. The ones that are going to have the biggest impact start there first. And they may start in a small way and slowly trickle out.
In which fields do you think will they trickle out? I mean, we have education, healthcare, politics. Is it really, will the internet, the web, cover all areas of our daily life, or will have an impact on? What do you see? What is your
Well, for some people it already does. I mean, for a certain population of, highly educated, professional Westerners, it has become sort of the backdrop of everything. I mean, it's the way that they communicate with friends and coordinate work and contact their clients, whatever. Other parts of the world, for example, they're jumping past some of the infrastructures that we have sort of take for granted elsewhere. So, in Africa and parts of Asia, people are getting to the internet directly on their cell phones. They're not doing it the way that we might do it here, but they're taking advantage of internet capabilities in a different way very quickly. So I think it's going to have a big impact. Some of those impacts are just sort of, horizontal, new modalities of interaction, the Twitter open follower model, for example. is going to reappear in tens of thousands of applications because it's such a simple and compelling way of people to participate in an open public way. So that's a sort of horizontal innovation, and we'll see that in education, we'll see that in tools for, pick an area, banking, whatever. There's certainly the possibility of, very directed activities in narrow areas being driven. So, for example, I got involved recently in a nonprofit activity with a group here in the United States that's interested in raising money or new schemes of financial investment to support the local slow food movement. And the primary mechanism for reaching that community of people that are interested, because they're distributed, they're all over the place, is going to be through the internet. And then, of course, people can come together locally and actually do things. They can get together and work face-to-face. They can have meetups and, create all kinds of activities that might benefit local farmers or lunch programs at schools or whatever. But the primary mechanism getting people together to rally interest is likely to be, web and web-based word of mouth. So the web is the primary thing, and then people also then talk about it with friends. So I think that's that's sensible. It's low cost. It's so incredibly inexpensive to reach people that way, so long as they are already participating on the web.